The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the 17th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Commodores will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will go on the attack first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players of the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jefferson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Jefferson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And the Vols started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to power it in. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening drive.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to go almost the whole length of the field. I'm starting the game aggressive.
Hey, you come out early in the game. You're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident. You believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
The give is to Williams. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. This crowd full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Vandy. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure.
Lost one deep down the right side. Intercepted deep in his own end. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown Volunteer. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense.
Oh, they blocked it. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. The back and leaves it. Runs through a tackle. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And David, they got a good one out of high school. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. This offense has it with really good field position. To the air, it's St. Clair. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on 1st down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Might be calling a hot route. In 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. This time it's complete. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
From the gun, looking for a man. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead.
On that 2-point conversion, they spread the field, 5 wide receiver set, trying to create some windows to throw into, and they come away with a beautiful-looking, schemed-up 2-point conversion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A strike downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of his QBs, got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook, but on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Looking to scramble. Oh, better look out. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
That has to sting as a defense. In a third and obvious passing situation, you're going against this dual-threat quarterback you know can scramble, right? You've got to have somebody at home either spying him or mirroring him, expecting that.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Got it set up on the outside. Can't get him to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Commodores will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Quarterback on the keeper. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. It's complete to the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Volunteers have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
He might want another play. Wants to go up top. Steps away to find some room. Trying to make magic on the scramble. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Here's the handoff. Fighting off the defender. Got enough for the first. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
Hard running there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows one or two more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
The Vols didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Grab behind the line. It's Matthews. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Vols!
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is... over. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Georgia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Banging slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting too off the runs.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that's the fourth sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again, this offensive line has to step up.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there. Safeties are going to be there. So you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Volunteers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. He'll be pulled down after a the 15. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Davis. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Floats it out in space. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. The Commodores headed quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So here is the Tennessee offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Extending the play. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it along the sideline. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Vols looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On the direct snap, it's Knight. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. They get him on the ground in the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. On the direct snap, it's Davis. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. One more snap coming before halftime. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Volunteer! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
The Volunteers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well.
Running room in the middle. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He almost took it the distance, and they get him out of bounds at the 26-yard line. The Commodores, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the ground with the back. Picks up the first down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Doors!
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
Tennessee, 31. Vanderbilt, 7.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Leaves it with the running back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's St. Clair. Makes the catch, it's Jefferson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Toss to the outside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Volunteers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Vols with the 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, and the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fakes to grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
The Volunteers moving quickly to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spot.
Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a 2-time All-American know this game is not over. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Georgia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously, open over the middle of the field. But you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit, and you see more drops over the middle of the field.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Knocked off his feet.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Commodores will punt it away on fourth down. And the punt will hit at the one, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hartman. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here on third down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. The short hands, it's Williams. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. So here is the Tennessee offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. That's caught. It's Staley.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Looking for a man, it's St. Clair. Caught over the middle, it's Davis. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Matthews. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because
turning it on all the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Hartman. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Makes the grab on the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind them.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Davis. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Knight. He's got it on the run. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Hold and finds his man on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something in.
They get him up rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee! They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Creates a little space, and he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch right at the 50. And there he goes. Lowers those pads. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. Touchdown ball! And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Catch open down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to...
Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 20. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So here is the Tennessee offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do.
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Makes the catch. It's Jackson. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
With the catch, it's Staley.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. The Vols line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Knight. Buying some time as he moves left. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Yeah, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Volunteers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Brings up 2nd.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now?
Beck's going for the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. They'll start this drive from the 42. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Fires left. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Takes it the other way. And he's going to go down as time has run out. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.